a blueprint for inspiring and mentoring the next generation of technology innovators. Hi, this is Michael Lane, and I am the founder and president of Shegetitdone. I had the pleasure of being selected to be in Suzanne Teacher's book, Women of Color in Tech, alongside of a fabulous panel of 6 other women of color. So sit back. I put together 15 minutes of my segments of the panel discussion. Remember, be comfortable being uncomfortable. Shegetitdone.com.
Micheal.
Um, Hi, I'm Michael. My love for tech started way back. I mean, first it was engineering where I was in circuit breakers and trying to do receivers and things like that, but it grew into just like the Jetsons. And I've always been into technology, like the Flintstones versus the Jetsons things. Like innovation is ever changing from back when like right now, when we got our TVs and there are cell phones or our TVs. I had the Watchman where I had my little TV and long antenna trying to be on the go with technology. So technology's always been a passion of mine. And like now, in my latest adventure, I was working for a construction and mechanical contractors, and it was hard for the field and the truck drivers to communicate with the office. So I was always trying to figure out different technological ways that were, kind of blue collar learning so they could be innovative and, get a little bit more things accomplished. So now fast forward, I'm working on getting more individuals acclimated into tech through my own company, where it's just like, it's a nonprofit trying to get everybody pretty much understanding construction technology, because there's so many diverse construction fields out there that utilize technology that are going untapped.
That's terrific. Thank you so much.
That's about it.
That's an excellent point. That's an excellent point, and it actually touches on a question I may ask later. But Micheal, I think you wanted to say something.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say it's like technology. I'm in part of an association where technology is really not easily defined, and people are so confused about what technology actually is. So for a construction worker, technology could be this. For a pharmacist, technology is this. So there are different aspects of what technology actually is. So the underlying is, what is technology to you is the question that needs to be asked. So it's not really informative enough. It's too broad of it's like there's a cloud. I mean, you'll never see another cloud that looks the same ever again. So
Agreed.
Definitely, definitely. I know all that too well about the cloud, so from personal experience. Wonderful. No, it's a you raise really great points, and it is a hard conversation because like we're all going to have different perspectives as to how can we best help the future generations. But I think the issues that you raised are very pertinent ones and ones that we do need to ask ourselves as we move forward. Micheal, did you want to say something?
I was just going to piggyback about, just the thing with us is like, it's collaboration over, instead of collaborating, we want to compete all the time. It's like, it's an ongoing thing. It's like, there's a barbershop on this corner. Okay, he does fades and he does box cuts, or she does box braids and she does weave. It's 329 million people. We've heard that how many times in the last 3 months? How many people are in this world? So we've heard that. It's enough for everybody to do. I mean, my whole mission now is like, okay, I do a lot of content creating and doing a lot of internet and putting stuff on YouTube and all type of social. I don't have time to keep creating the same content you're creating. I'll just use your content, give you some credit, and it's going to get the demographic that you're reaching probably is not the demographic that I'm going to reach. So those kids are the mentors that I'm probably mentoring, because that information you got is great. It's great. It's great. I don't need to do anything but tweak it and give you your credit and throw it on my webpage and let it keep going. I did that just a couple of days ago. I had a tweet about a girl who had coronavirus. Somebody took your post went viral. I was like, did it? I didn't know, because a Trump supporter put it on Twitter and it went viral. So it was like, okay, it's on YouTube here, it's on YouTube there. I was like, okay, well, guess what? They know she get it done. So I don't care what you think. What you look the word is out. And that's our problem. I mean, we get to thinking my mentors were nobody that looked like me. There are no women of color. There's too many women of color in construction. They don't look. I had to find them. I go on the internet, and people that are my mentors don't know they're my mentors until they get a couple emails or inboxes on LinkedIn from me, and they're like, let's have a phone call. You sound interesting. So that's how that works. It's like a whole different. We got to reach outside. It ain't no box anymore. It's just like closed mouth don't get fed. If you want the knowledge, it's out for you. It's not like the Pony Express days when you had to decipher what 304 meant in the pager or something for all of us old heads. But that's technology. That was technology back then. A pager, and with that code, that was live chat. But that's my point on that one.
That's funny. I'm going to take two more comments. So I saw Tanika. Did you have a Micheal?
I was going to mention like an organization called Apprenti, which is now, since I do a lot with like trade school and trade programs, the construction trade. So now in Ohio, we actually have Apprenti where we can get, they have apprenticeships specifically for technology. So it's like basically they drill you in the same way they would get somebody that was in woodworking that wants to go out and be in the field. They set you up and you go through an apprenticeship program for however many different time slots that they have available, where they're working with like Amazon companies and things like that. That's one thing I wanted to mention. But the second thing was like being comfortable, being uncomfortable in this environment is a key, because most of the time when you're trying to get this information, getting it from people that don't look like you is one good way to get it. And getting it from outside of the United States is key. If you stick with trying to just get the information that they're giving us in the U.S., you're going to always be behind. And that's where I learned the technology with construction. Construction is always the last to adopt the technology. Just like, well, we think something is innovative and everything, but now you see you got the senior citizens home. They're doing bingo via webinars like we're doing right now, just having bingo and being safe with it. So I just say, like, we got to figure out the code switching too aspect of everything, because that's a hard thing for people of color, no matter if you're white, woman, dealing with mostly men. That's code switching. I mean, if you're comfortable being able to code switch, we got it bad if you're going into, I had it bad. I know that. I mean, only women going into an all male white environment, it's just like, okay, can you go get the notes off the printer or type of deals? And like, that's not, I mean, it's still those little baby stigma things where you want to, like, where we're all having a conversation and they look at your opinion like, but let such and such say it goes grain. So, I mean, it's all about being comfortable, being uncomfortable, and just keep on fighting a good fight.
Absolutely. Tanika.
Way, and I just say keep that attitude, because it's that attitude that will help you soar and succeed.
Thank you. And Micheal.
Oh, I was just going to say, I mean, I get it firsthand. I mean, my mom, I grew up in a stage where the name, she gave me a man's name because she wanted me to get in some way, somehow. She's like, I'm going to give you a boy, you're a black woman, you're a black girl growing up in the 70s, 80s. I'm going to give you a male's name so you can get your foot, and it worked. That's how I got into construction. But the whole thing is like where we say, look at Kobe Bryant and Gianni, you know what I'm saying, their relationship. Nowadays, you got men, that's how I got to look at it with my nonprofit. I look at these men that have these lucrative construction careers and be like, okay, well, your daughter can do the same thing. It's like if you live on a farm, you got her milking cows, you got her running the backhoe, you got her doing these. She can do it. It's the stigma of, okay, but they don't want the cat calls, or they don't want, the guys on the side flirt. I mean, it gets to those selfish type of reasons, or, it's just like, I don't get it. You got so many different opportunities that it's 2020. We can do anything. The Depression told us that when the men went to war, the women kept the country running. It's the same situation going on now. So the parents, to be honest, you just got to tell these kids that everybody can't be an internet star. So that's the technology that they think. So.
That is true. That is so, so true. So we'll have time for one last question.
Experience, you're meeting the qualifications. Not saying that you don't now, but I think it's still a great opportunity, and you don't have to be at a large company.
Absolutely. Michael, looks like you have a friend there.
But no, what I was just going to say is just like, not necessarily look at those big companies, look at the industry that you're passionate about and you like, because there's like I said, it just depends on the definition of technology and what they're looking at. Everybody's not going in for coding per se. There's design, there's 3D, there's augmentative reality. There's so many different aspects. Like I said, we do drone technology and construction. I mean, that is imperative. It's like I said, if you got something that you love, where Angela was saying about in Victoria went from fashion to where she, total different spectrums. I mean, technology is in everything. And some right now, 2020, they're creating positions daily for different roles in technology. I mean, we have construction technologists now all over the industry. So it's just a broad open window nowadays.
It is, for sure. Thank you for that. And ladies, thank you all so, so very much for your thoughts and your time today. I really honestly appreciate it. And we're just about a little bit over time, but I would encourage everyone, if you want to reach out to these fantastic ladies, they are on social media. You can check out the book's website, webelongintech.com, to read their bios as well as what they're currently working on. So I fully encourage you to reach out to them after today's panel. I wanted to give the book's publicist, Dawn Micheal Hardy, a moment to speak. And Dawn, are you there by chance?
Yes, I'm here. I unmuted myself. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes. And
Hi, ladies. So you guys were amazing. Thank you so much for putting this together. We were supposed to be in Barnes & Nobles in Midtown Manhattan, and here we are in the comforts of home. But nonetheless, we get it done, ladies. So thank you very much for that. This morning, we woke up to some wonderful news. So while today is the public release date of Suzanne's book, Woman of Color in Tech, I'm also happy to announce that she is now the author of an award-winning book. This book won the Nonfiction Authors Association. She won the Silver Medal Award. So, Suzanne, congratulations to you. Congratulations.
Awesome.
This is Black Girl Magic, people. This is it right here. So, yeah, virtual hand clap for you, girl. Virtual hand clap. Wave the hands and all of that.
Yes.
So, congratulations, Suzanne. Congratulations to you. And thank you, ladies, again for your contribution.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Yeah, this was not something I did alone, and I thank all of the panelists, all of the wonderful people at Wiley, Dawn, at my job. I could go on. I'm not going to bore you, but I'm truly honored and privileged to have had this opportunity. And I hope that even if I inspire one person, then I feel like I'm able to say thank you. Well, everyone, thank you again so much. That concludes our panel discussion. Again, if you're interested in learning more about the book and the wonderful panelists, please go to webelongintech.com. Thanks, everyone, and have a